Hello everyone, welcome back to my new video. So far in this channel, I've been talking about personal development and how to kind of like change your life, change your mindset. But today I want to talk about something a little different. Today I want to talk about relationships, specifically attachment, specifically anxious attachment. Nowadays, we see a lot of people, I see a lot of people around me with anxious attachment style in their relationships, romantic relationships, in their even friendships, family, it does not matter. So, I want to start by saying that if you have anxious attachment style, it's not your fault. But the harsh truth is, it is your responsibility. Of course, it would be so much easier if we blame the emotionally unavailable person in front of us. And 100% they did contribute to your anxious attachment. Maybe they lied to you, maybe cheated, maybe someone just randomly disappeared when everything seemed so perfect. Maybe growing up, love felt so inconsistent that you always felt like you had to work your way to earn love. Maybe you always had to work out what mood everyone else was in before you could even relax. Whatever it was, you probably didn't wake up just one day and decide that, yeah, I'm going to be anxiously attached to this person, person A or B. You know what would be really fun? Let's lose my mind over every time someone takes 2 hours to reply. Obviously not. No one likes that. No one wants to be like that. Look, anxious attachment is not who you are. You are not always going to feel like this. You're not always going to feel like, oh, I'm crazy. Oh, I'm obsessed. You are not destined or meant to spend every single relationship in your life, romantic, friendship, does not matter, checking someone else's activity, where they are, what they're doing, why are they not replying to you, why do they seem colder right now than, I don't know, 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago. You can heal this. I'm not telling you to become one of those people that apparently care about nothing anymore. I'm not telling you to become nonchalant. I'm not telling you to lose yourself in a sense, lose your feelings, emotions. No, I don't wish for that. I don't want anyone to be like that. I am saying that it is okay to feel your emotions. It is okay to feel the way you are feeling. You are allowed to care. You're allowed to want reassurance. You're allowed to feel the way you are feeling. You're allowed to love someone and want to feel close to them. What we don't want is that one person's behavior to affect your whole mood and your whole day, your whole week, for it to alter your nervous system. You know, I think sometimes it's important to have someone in front of you that is a little blunt, that is a little, cutthroat, I would say. Because we need to hear the truth, as uncomfortable as it is. Put down the phone. There is nothing else for you to find through social media, through constant checking, constant monitoring. You checked their followers, you checked when they were last active, you checked whether they viewed your story or not. You checked the girl whose picture they liked from 2021. What else are we looking for? An official announcement? Hello, this is Instagram. We would like to confirm that this man or woman, or does not matter, this person is actively making you anxious. We know. Anyway, something that I realized about anxious attachment, because I think this changes everything. Sometimes you're not actually that attached to the person itself as much as you think you are. You are attached to the feeling of relief when they finally give you that attention. Imagine this. Someone has been slightly distant. Maybe they haven't really done anything terrible. Their energy just feels off. And you know exactly what I mean by off. Like their messages are just shorter than usual. There's no more emojis, or I don't know, double, triple letters at the end of the word anymore. And now you're suddenly thinking that, oh my God, it's over. And it does sound very ridiculous when you say it out loud, but when you're at the moment, you do not realize how anxious this whole situation is making you. You don't realize what is wrong with this whole situation. It's making you lose your focus. You constantly check your phone. You constantly check their social media. You keep replaying and going over the conversations all the time. Did I say too much? Did I say the wrong thing? Did I come off as too eager, or was I too cold? Like millions and millions of thoughts in your head. What should I do now? Should I become distant? Should I chase? Should I do more or give less? And then they suddenly message you, and suddenly everything is fine. You're happy again. Your appetite is back. The sky is blue. Life is beautiful. And your whole mood has just been elevated. Funny enough, you're suddenly like, oh my God, I love this person so much. Look, maybe you do love them, but part of that huge feeling that you are experiencing when they return is just relief. You were anxious, and their attention stopped the anxiety. So technically, from a very biological and psychological point of view, your brain starts viewing that person as the cure to your anxiety. Funny, right? Because your anxiety started in the first place because of that person, because of their inconsistency, because of whatever they were doing to you. Now, do you understand what I'm like trying to get at? What I'm trying to say? It's like someone is giving you a candy and you taste it, but then they take it away. And this keeps on happening. So now you want that candy a lot, and now you want, like, for example, you are standing for so long and someone just keeps offering you a chair, you sit down, and the moment you sit down, they pull it back. Now you have to stand up again. And this just keeps on continuing. So obviously you crave that chair because that gives you comfort, that gives you relief, that gives you a momentary relaxation, let's say. You do not focus on the fact that they keep taking away the chair. You focus on the fact that they bring you chair every single time. So you're like, oh my God, this person loves me. They keep coming back to me. Oh my God, this person cares. They keep coming back to me. But in reality, that's not the case. Yes, maybe that person loves you. Maybe that person cares for you. But that person is not good for you. See, manipulation and toxic people and people that are red flags, the reason why they're so popular and addictive, because they alter our brain. The way they behave with us makes us anxiously attached to them. So it's so psychological, to be honest. It's not like you are in love, you cannot live without them, but their pattern, their behavior with you makes you think like that. We as humans can let go of everything and be able to, like, we can actually live without it. Think of people with diabetes. Think of people with diseases and sicknesses that cannot consume foods, things like that are harmful to their body. Once they stop it for a month, they can live without it. Maybe even more than a month, does not matter. So technically, there's no such a thing as I cannot live without this person. You can. It's just you are anxiously attached to that person at the moment because of their inconsistent behavior with you and their technically deliberate or not deliberate psychological manipulation with you. Your nervous system is on fire and you feel like, oh, this thing that I feel is love. Because your nervous system is on fire, you feel so much more than you normally would towards any other person that is not making you anxious, but is just making you happy, calm, and like nice. And that, look, that happy, calm, nice love is not boring love. It's a love that is not dangerous for your nervous system, that is not like a disease for your nervous system. Please don't go and date someone you do not feel any sort of attraction and then tell me that you said that it was a secure attachment. No, you have to feel attraction towards that person. But what I'm talking about is very different. Attraction, liking the person, is way different than constantly being anxious, nervous, feeling that gut feeling, like bad gut feeling, and like being sad one day, happy another day, and your whole mood depending on that one person. Those two are very different from each other. If you have, throughout your childhood, throughout your home life, friendship, does not matter, been used to uncertainty, that type, the healthy relationship type that I'm talking about may be unfamiliar to you. So when you first meet, when you first experience it, you might maybe think that it's boring, or maybe think like this is very unfamiliar. It's okay, because probably you were used to earning attention, proving yourself, wondering where you stand with that person. So when somebody's clear, available, and consistent, your brain doesn't have a problem to solve. And you're like, is this it? Yes, babe, this is it. Sometimes love is just nice. No detective work, no secret codes, no spying, no analyzing whether the playlist they posted is secretly about you, what they liked is about you, or what they, I don't know, reposted is about you. It's just nice, calm, and reassuring. To be honest, I also feel like social media has made anxious attachment style even worse than before social media. Because now we are technically constantly reminded of the fact that there are millions of others on this earth. Like millions of other girls, boys, other people, beautiful people, successful people, interesting people. People with things that you wish you had. You open your Instagram for 5 minutes and you're suddenly comparing yourself with a woman that lives in Sweden. For example, I am very different looking than a Swedish person. I shouldn't be comparing myself to them. I've never met her, like the partner, let's say I have never met her. She doesn't know that either of us exists. And now she has ruined my evening. For what reasons? I think so many people can make us feel replaceable. But I want you to understand this. I always tell this to myself. Maybe in some people's eyes, there are prettier girls than me. Maybe there are smarter ones. Maybe there are more successful ones. Like in some areas, one, two, this, that, females that are better than me. But no one is me. No one can be exactly like me. So, yes, I am replaceable, but at the same time, I'm irreplaceable, because the person that I'm dating with will never, ever find someone like me ever in their life again. Maybe they will find someone close to me. Maybe they will find someone totally opposite of me, but never, ever someone exactly like me. And that should give you the reassurance you need. This is not about being egoistical, oh, like I'm the best. No, there are probably people in like different areas, like smarter, more athletic, prettier, more successful than me. But no one is me. And the thing is, you have to understand this. Relationships do not work based on basically finding the perfect person on earth. Like, people are not sitting there in global ranking. Like, genuine connections don't work like this. People fall in love with specific things, not, oh, she's so pretty and that's it. No. People fall in love with your voice, your humor, your energy. Yeah, maybe like your eyes, your lips specifically, like some specific things. The way you laugh, for example, the way you tell stories, the way you make them feel, your expressions, and the little experiences you have together. And as I said, there's maybe somebody technically prettier than you, smarter than you, anything more than you, but they do not bring exact same qualities into the table as you do, or they do not make that person feel the way you made them feel. Again, you have to understand this. Somebody else being prettier, smarter, or more successful than you does not cancel out your prettiness, your success, your beauty, your like smartness, whatever. Anxious attachment happens also due to this. You feel like you have to beat every single person on this earth that is slightly better than you. It does not work that way. You cannot do that. Whether somebody is loyal to you or not is not your job. It's not your fault. It's not about you. It's about that person. If someone has cheated on you, it's their problem. Like something is wrong with them, not you. If somebody is loyal, it is because they have that loyalty in their character, not because you are successful, not because you're extremely pretty, not because of anything else. You cannot constantly monitor someone who has personality of a cheater. That's why I don't believe in this notion of, oh yeah, I can change him. Oh yeah, I can change her. No. First of all, why are you even trying to change the person you are supposedly in love with? If you're in love with that person, you are in love with that person because of who they are, not who they're gonna be. So if you are thinking about changing that person, you shouldn't even like consider dating with them. You shouldn't even consider being with them. Because if you're dating with that person, you are dating the person in front of you, not the changed or potential version that you're thinking in your head. And you know, I also feel like at some point in our lives, we have to stop believing that someone else's bad behavior is kind of like a proof that we lack something. Let's say someone cheated on you. Again, this is not because, oh, you are less pretty, oh, you are this, that. It's that person's disgusting character. Nothing about you. Even if you treat that person horribly, they could have the decency and the character of just breaking up with you, ending things and moving on. But they choose to cheat, right? That's something that's wrong with them, not you. Look, supermodels, they get cheated on. Amazing people, they get hurt by others, right? The partners. So again, it's not something about you. It's something that is in their character. I always think like this. You can walk into a shop and see an expensive bag. You might look at it and say, I wouldn't buy that. That's not my style. Okay, that bag is not going to burst into tears. Someone else will come and buy that bag. It does not get removed from the shop. It does not get, like, it doesn't lose its price just because you decided that that's not your style. Someone else likes it. Someone else loves it and buys it. It still has its own value. Look, not everyone is going to choose you. Not everyone is going to like you. And that's totally okay. It is not a statement about your character, your identity. Anxious attachment, I believe, begins from the fact that you are very scared that the person in front of you will abandon you. So you have abandonment issues. Probably you were abandoned before. And when you are terrified of somebody abandoning you, you often abandon yourself first. You keep your schedule open just in case they might want to spend time with you. You stop focusing on work. You stop focusing on yourself. You cancel plans. You become obsessed with their mood. You pretend things does not matter that much because you don't want to seem so difficult. You say, no, it's completely fine when it's not fine for you. And you are scared, to be honest, because you feel like expressing your need to that person will make them leave. But if calmly expressing a normal need makes the person in front of you leave you, Staying quiet is not creating a healthy relationship. And this is the harsh truth. It just only helps if you want to keep this unhealthy situation longer. The biggest part of anxious attachment style is not I don't trust them, but it's more like I don't trust myself to handle what happens if they hurt me. Do you trust yourself to leave somebody if they repeatedly disrespect you? Do you trust yourself to not to beg for somebody's attention, time, or to beg them stay? Security is not believing this person will never hurt me. But security is knowing that if something happens, I will take care of myself. Now, I want you to do something. Get your journal or notes app, doesn't matter. Write down the dramatic thoughts you had or when you're spiraling. Not reasonable version, like the very embarrassing version. If they don't reply tonight, they found somebody else. If I express my needs, they will leave me, things like that. Now, under those sentences, write the truth, the reality. A delayed reply does not give me enough information that this person has found somebody else besides me. If their interest genuinely changes, I will eventually see a clear pattern, and I do not need to create a whole scenario in my head right now. This will help you understand the fact that every little action of your partner should not make you anxious. Now, I also need you to say this. Sometimes you're anxious because somebody is genuinely inconsistent. And healing does not mean gaslighting yourself. If somebody constantly disappears, breaks promises, and is not there for you, they're not meant for you. You may need to leave, and for yourself. The biggest way for you to heal your attachment style is for you to have a life outside of your partner. Yes, groundbreaking, right? If one person is your only entertainment, of course you're going to be anxiously attached to that person, because when that person is gone, your whole life is gone, your whole entertainment is gone. That's why build an interesting life for yourself. Healing does not mean that you will never feel anxious again. It means you might notice the spiral sooner. You will be more self-aware of what is going on with you, and maybe if your partner is a red flag or like not good for you or things like that, you will return to yourself sooner. If you used to lose 3 days to one delayed message, now you lose 30 minutes, and that is healing. You do not have to compete with every single person online. You do not have to predict the future. And you do not have to abandon yourself because you're afraid that somebody else might. You can love deeply and still belong to yourself. Now, if you made it to the end, let me know if this has helped you or not, and your thoughts on this, if you have any experience with this. And if you would like to share it with me, I would be happy to read it. I love you guys, and thank you for watching my video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.